Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Hidden Heights Farm Snack Sticks.
Oh yeah!
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of love.
How was your first cut?
That was fun.
Huh?
That was fun.
It's addicting, right?
Yeah.
Wait for our home to show on the horizon.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And if you guys seen the last video, I started the work on the barn, the project I've been talking about and talking up for so long, and I finally got started. It's a good feeling. But we didn't have enough lumber to get finished. And later that day, towards the end of the video, my buddy Dutch came over and we loaded another log up. You guys seen the footage I played at the beginning of this video. It was Rachel's first time using the sawmill, and Dutch's wife Brandy, she also used it. And I'm going to show you guys some of these 2x4s we came up with. Look at this, guys. This is a white oak 2x4. I know it's hard to see. In this shop, the lights don't do justice. And this board is just, it's not perfectly straight, but what we're using it for, it's going to be awesome. And then some of these here are kind of, they're close to being a 2x4. They'll also still work. The dimensions are a little off from being a 2x4, but the good thing is it was just going to be scrap pieces, but I can use it for my projects. But that is a awesome dimensional board. White oak, it'll last forever. A lot stronger than the pine, although it's not treated. But normal pine's not treated either, unless you buy the treated stuff. So anyways, I gotta go get the goats out of the barn again. And I already got a hay bale loaded up on the tractor. I know in my last video I didn't have a big round bale in their feeder because I let them go ahead and finish that off. I had a couple of square bales over here under the lean-to that I bought earlier this year, back in January. I wanted to go ahead and use that up, and then I'll get a couple more just to keep on hand. I don't normally feed very many square bales to our goats unless it's alfalfa. I try to keep a few of them on hand, so when they start kidding and stuff, if I need to up any of their milk production, I'll feed them some alfalfa for a little bit. And Daisy is on the wrong side of the pen. She got out last night chasing coyotes. I don't see any marks on her or anything, but you can see I got the old Kubota loaded up with this big round bale. And this old Kubota, I've talked about it before, not being strong enough to handle these bales. This is a big round bale, and it's actually doing just fine. I had a leak on some of my hoses, and I put new hydraulic cylinders on the loader, and it has helped out a lot for the strength. So now I can use this to move my hay around, and then over there, my big Kubota, I can just leave the grapple on there and use it to load logs and brush and all that stuff. So, Daisy, you ready to get back in there with your goats? Some of them's out there waiting. Alright girls, what do y'all think of your new wall? Huh? You ready for this feed bunk to be done so you can quit knocking me over? Come on. Daisy, I'll come get you in a minute, girl. Hold on. There's the goat chicken. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on. Make sure they all get out of the barn this time. Oh, great. Always one, guys. There's one still in the barn. Come on, goats. Come on. Come on. Alright. They're being stubborn. I'll be right back. You're the one that ran back in here. Now if I open the door, everybody's gonna run in. Oh, Daisy, these goats. What, you catch any coyotes last night? You ready to be back with the goats? Alright, come on. Okay, got Daisy and the last goat out. So if you guys didn't catch the last video, I'll try to leave an iCard up if I can remember. Click on that and go watch the last video. But don't forget to watch the rest of this one. And here is what we were working on if you guys didn't catch that last video. So I gotta finish the section. Gotta finish the section going down here. And then at the end, I want to make that little jump gate for Daisy so she can get in there and eat her food separate from the goats. So what I'm gonna have to do is figure out my length. Again, I need another 2x4 down here, coming off the ceiling joist, roof joist, whatever you want to call them. And I got lucky on this one. I had minimum waist. These come out right at 12 foot, and I only had to cut off a couple inches because my spacing on the roof worked out just right. And you can see I got a hole here and there up in the ceiling, and that's actually, it has silicone in it so it don't leak. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. But first, I got to get this hay bale in here. I really love this feeder. I wish the sides were just a little taller, because once they eat all the bottom out, it seems like this thing kind of falls over, and you can see it kind of fell over and they wasted a little bit of it. But alright guys, we got the hay bale put in here, got the gates all shut. Now I can get to work. I'm going to go load up my tools and grab a couple of those 2x4s and get down here and get my measurements and everything, get my cuts made. And I probably won't show a whole lot of this build because I'm pretty much going to be doing the same thing I did the other day. But I will definitely show you some of the process and definitely before and after. So I'm really excited about this. This is going to be such a huge help to be able to walk in here and not get trampled by these goats. And a lot of times the goats will actually jump up on you and get you all muddy. So now the kids can do it. I don't have to worry about it. This has been awesome, milling our own lumber. If you guys have been following the series, we've been milling our own lumber from trees here on our property to be able to do these projects like this. So I'm going to get busy. I don't know if I'll get to the little livestock guardian dog jump gate today or not. I'm going to make a separate video over that. And I know a lot of people have been asking questions, because even ourselves, we have been wondering for a long time, how can we feed these livestock guardian dogs and get them away from the goats so the goats don't eat all their food and this and that. So stay tuned for a video over that alone. We're going to see if it actually works or not. We're going to come up with the design. I've seen tons online, and a lot of people say they work, and then some people say they don't, so I don't know. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go get some tools, and we're gonna get busy.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting.
Okay guys, I went ahead and measured for my next stud I'm going to be putting up, or my post, and it's going to come out right at 9 foot so I can hit this joist coming off the ceiling. And this one here was right at 12 foot. It worked out perfect, which most of these were right at 12 foot, so I didn't have very much waste. But the good news is this is going to be 9 foot on this one, and I found some of these slats that we had made or milled up, and some of them have bad edges or just kind of different edges on them, like this here, or ends I mean. So it ain't gonna hurt to cut some of that off anyways. So I can use some of these scrap pieces. So I can use some of these pieces that have the different ends on them. I can go back and cut them like 3 foot back, and I can still find a purpose to use these. But at least I'm not wasting a whole 12 foot board that's perfect all the way down.
But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up 'cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
All right guys, so we got this part of the slats put on. Now I'm gonna cut them all down the center of this 2x4 so I can split the difference and then add my last section. But first, I don't know if you guys know this, but this video is brought to you by Hidden Heights Farm, where we make our own snack sticks. So you guys been following us, you know I killed that buck last week, and I finally got all the meat ground up, and I tried something new yesterday. I found these snack stick casings, and while we were grounding it up, we seasoned it, and we actually filled some of these casings up, put them in the smoker for about 4 hours real slow, and they turned out awesome. The flavor is awesome. So I'm just kidding. But this video really is brought to you by Hidden Heights Farm. But anyways, guys, it's going good. I do get it every so often. I do get a few little splits in the wood. I'll get the camera and show you guys a close-up. And you can see where the moisture actually pushes out of the oak because it's still pretty wet. And you get a few splits here and there, but nothing bad. It's still gonna hold really nice and tight. And you can see this wall right here is actually a little bit taller than down there because the ground is not level. Whenever we built this barn, we chose just to keep it dirt floor, and it was kind of unlevel and I didn't level it up. So it's not on a fancy concrete floor or anything like that, but I think it's gonna work out pretty well. What do you guys think? And I followed my alternating colors of white oak and red oak. So I'm gonna get the saw and cut that excess off right there. All right, guys, I got all the excess cut off, and with all the scrap pieces, I'll use those as the braces like I did over here on the top and bottom of the feed bunk, just like this. And that's just to stiffen this up quite a bit. So I'll get busy doing that, and then we might be done for the day. Okay, so I'm done for today. I'm gonna have to do some pondering on what I want to do exactly on this end part for the jump gate for our livestock guardian dog. I'm gonna do a little research to get on my dimensions. Most people use like a triangle, and they say the dog will jump through there to get its food, but the goats will not. So I don't know, it might just be one of these deals where we do it and it don't work, but we're gonna try it anyways. So I'm going to research that. I'm going to have to brace up one more post. I'm going to put one more 2x4 on this wall whenever we do it. And then we'll have about 6 or 7 foot of slats we got to put across. But I got to leave that triangle out, so I got to figure that out. But man, I think it's coming along good. I'm really excited about it. Now, I do still have some things to do. So I've got to figure out the feed bunk as well. It's going to go right there. And then if you guys have not noticed yet, it's actually going to drop down to this level on this second part because the elevation changes. If I kept it the same height as this one, this feed bunk's going to be right here. If I kept it that height all the way through, you can see it's going to be about 2.5, 3 foot off the ground over here, and that's way too high for goats. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down here. And then that also will allow it to be a little shorter right here, which will allow the little goats, the little shorter goats, to be able to reach the food no problem. So I think it's going to work out great. Whenever I put these screws in here for these support pieces, there's some screws. I got to get a grinder and cut all them off, so I don't want no goats to get scratched or anything. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Just a little reminder, the lumber we're using is just rough cut, rough sawn lumber. It's not perfectly dimensional or anything like that, but it is free from our property, and that is the beneficial part of it. So the only other thing I do not have on hand, which I might have to get creative with this, is on my feed bunk. I don't have any pieces of lumber that's really wide enough to do what I want to do. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking 2 or 3 of these and splicing them all together to get the width of a 1x that I need. That way I can make my little chute at an angle to where I walk behind here with the bucket of feed, pour it down in there as I walk, and the feed slides down right into their little feed bunk. For the feed bunk, I think I'm just going to use one of these. I might try to find one a little wider to go with, and then I'll put a lip on the outside of it. It's hard to imagine, it's hard to explain, but when I get started, I promise I'll try to video it. This thing's coming along great. Just work on it here and there on my free time in the evenings. And this is only the second day I've actually worked on it. I should have got started a lot sooner, but it's fixing to get really cold this week. We're gonna be freezing like every night, so I'm really ready to get this done because the goats are really gonna be staying in here a lot more. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to us, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Am I doing a good job? Am I making mistakes? I know I'll get a lot of different opinions. Everybody does things different, but this is the way I'm doing it. But I'm ready to hear. Let's see what you guys, do you have any advice for the feed bunk? What do you guys think I should do? My goal was to do this 100% in the lumber from our property without having to go to the store, and I'm not going to go to the store to have to buy anything. So there you go. So subscribe, leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time. I almost forgot. The goats are waiting to try this new hay bale out, so let's let them in real quick. Got to close this gate, or this door first. Come on, goats. Come on. Come on, goats.